I think we can start the session. Host, can you please take over?
So, hi everyone. Before starting the session, we would like to request you all to please mute yourselves in order to avoid any background noise. We also request the audience to be interactive throughout the session and drop all their questions in the chat box.
Good evening, everyone. The wisest mind is the one that has something yet to learn. So, keeping up the spirit to learn, I, Parnika Lodha, along with my co-host Samarth Singhal, wholeheartedly welcome you to the speaker session of Debut Day Entrepreneur, organized by ENYOR, the entrepreneurship cell of Kirodi Mill College.
Tenure, the entrepreneurship cell, is always working to impart knowledge and develop skills that future entrepreneurs will need. Since our debut in 2019, we have been successful in this endeavor. Continuing on the road to provide opportunities to youngsters, we again invite you to this session.
Moving forward, we would like to introduce our convener, Dr. Samir Lama, who is currently an assistant professor at Kirodimal College and has over 10 years of experience in teaching and research. His areas of expertise include international business, accounting, and taxation. He is dedicated to student welfare and has received numerous awards. However, due to some unavoidable reason, Sir couldn't be here, so we'll move forward with the session.
So, moving forward, we would like to introduce our speaker for today's session, Ms. Niti Goyal, a digital marketing and communication professional with a post-graduation from MICA Ahmedabad. She's an experienced marketing maverick with a demonstrated history of working in both B2B and B2C industries. Some of her areas of expertise include social media marketing, digital strategy, online relationship management, content marketing, branding strategy, influencer marketing, lead generation, brand marketing, and product marketing. Now we would like to invite her to deliver insightful words. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Samarth, first of all, for such a good introduction. And good evening, everyone. And I am so glad to actually virtually meet you. It would have been definitely even more amazing to see you all in person. And I hope you all are in the pink of your health and doing amazing today. And I would try to keep this session as crisp and as interesting as possible. I'll definitely be popping out a lot of questions to you because I know these are all the students of Kirodimal College, Delhi University. It's definitely a big thing to be a part of such prestigious institution. So I believe you guys would be having even more knowledge than me that I have to share. So let's begin and do keep answering all these questions, all the questions that are asked within the chat box, right? Okay, let us begin, guys. Okay, so today we are going to demystify marketing and its broader perspectives that we have. To begin with, can you just all give me a brief about what's the fuss about marketing? Like, it is a very common term that we have all heard somewhere or the other. And every brand is marketing towards us, and every product is being marketed to us. But what do you guys think? Any one word or a very short 3 to 4, word description about marketing? That what exactly do you think marketing is? Let me look for answers in the chat box and then I'll take it further. Sales, okay. Promotion, right? What else? To sell the products, definitely. Advertising a company's product in the best possible way, facilitating sales and sales services, increasing reach, trustworthy brand. Amazing. I see that we got amazing responses from people. I don't think there's a need for you to even study marketing. Like, you guys already know what exactly it is all about. Right. Understanding human psychology to sell 4 P's. Why, how, to whom. Wow, very nice. To attract people towards product. Great. Great. I think I've got amazing responses from you all. Obviously, you guys are all right. We have all heard of the words sales, advertisement, promotion, and we all believe that this is all what marketing is about. And it definitely is. But definitely, there's a lot more to when it comes to marketing. It actually begins right from the time you start ideating about a product, right from the start time you think to create about a brand about your own self. So, when you talk about marketing, just a second. Yeah. So when you say what is marketing, Philip Kotler defined marketing as the science and art of exploring, creating, and delivering value to satisfy the needs of a target market at a profit. We often get confused with all these terms, sales, ads, promotion, but we need to understand that these all are a part of marketing. They're not a separate entity from marketing, they all together combine to be a marketing. Okay. Now, if you see in simple terms, there are 3 key activities involved in marketing, with the first one being creating offerings. It is basically the process of working with other departments to develop your product. Even your R&D, which is research and development, forms a very important part of marketing. What is the point of making a product for which you do not have a target audience? Which is why it is even more indispensable for you to understand that the product, the service, or the offering that you're creating is of value to the people. And which is why even creating offering forms a very important part of marketing. The next step, Communicating offerings. What is the point of creating an offering until and unless you do not communicate it to your target audience? It is a process wherein you make people understand that you need this offering. It is not just always about showing what the offering is, it is always telling them why they need this offering. There's someone in the chat very well mentioned to us that why, how, and what. Within marketing, there are three golden rules that you must follow. First of all, why you need that product, not what is the product. There's actually a reverse psychology in today's time which you must follow, wherein you tell why you need this product, why a person must buy this product, how to use that product, how that product or service is adding value to that particular customer, and towards the end you tell what exactly is the product about. People in today's time are so smart and so busy in their own lives that they don't have much time to know about a certain product or service until and unless you tell them how it can add value to their lives. So, as a marketer, or if you're in the marketing domain, it is always advisable to think from a consumer's perspective rather than a brand perspective. For example, if you are a consumer, will you buy that particular product which you are going to market to your target consumer? Will you find any utility or any value in that product or services that you are selling to your audience? So, it is very important to create a reverse psychology when it comes to marketing. The third step is delivering the offerings. Marketing, we majorly think it is like, promoting ads on social media or increasing likes or comments on marketing. No, it is also about delivering the right offerings just how your customers want them. Even when you deliver the product or service to your customer, that is also a part of marketing, which is sales. Obviously, sales itself is a very different domain. However, it is definitely a very indispensable part of marketing as well. Yeah. Next, we all know that these are all iPhone products. So, does anyone know why is Apple the king of consumer electronics industry despite being so high priced? Let's look for answers from you guys.
Ma'am, because of its market image, because of its image as a superior mobile phone brand.
Right, definitely. What else? Exclusivity, right? What
Ma'am,
else?
because in India, ma'am, like various countries, including India, iPhone and Apple brand is considered to be as a status symbol,
Right.
and a person who possesses such items is considered to be rich and better.
Right, definitely. Someone has mentioned that are you presenting the screen? Are you guys able to see my screen, right? The presentation?
No, ma'am.
Okay, okay, wait. Can you guys see it now?
Yeah, it's visible.
Right, all right, no worries. Right, I think majority of you have answered it very well. The reason why Apple is the king of consumer electronics industry despite being so high priced, I will tell you why. Just a second. First, marketing excellence, innovative and unique products, consumer experience, customer relationship management, focused marketing strategy, brilliant syncing between devices. Apple is very high priced. It is basically a product of premium quality, and only a very certain chunk of the market has this product. But the reason are this here, the six reasons are listed, which is why this company, there is no competition within this consumer electronics industry for this company. Marketing excellence. When you talk about marketing excellence, you must have seen its ads. They're of so premium quality and actually gives you a feeling that if you have this particular product in your hand, then there's no looking back for you. You feel that you are a part of that elite club. Second, innovative and unique products. As I mentioned previously, marketing is not just about running ads, it is also about talking about the products, the services, and you have to ensure that your products are of top-notch quality. And Apple is definitely the undisputed king of the consumer electronics industry. Consumer experience. When you say consumer experience, it is basically about how you deliver the product to the customer and how you address their queries. How many service centers do you have for every one of these city where you are catering to, and for every audience that you have within yourself? When you talk about customer relationship management, I believe it is a very, very important part of every brand marketing. It is very important that right after your sales are done, you also follow up from your customers. You see what kind of relationship, what kind of advices, what kind of reviews have they around your products. And once you ace that, there is no looking back as a brand, and Apple knows exactly how to do that. Focus marketing strategies. We all know Apple is a product of elite class. Apple is a product of high priced consumer market. So which is why it has never tried to cover any other normal common man expertise area or expertise. It has always described its target audience in such a manner and has only and only tried to reach out its marketing strategies to those consumers, which is why it is very important for every brand to decide their target audience and keep their targeting strategies very focused. And last of all, brilliant syncing between devices. If you have an Apple iPhone, you know you can connect it very well with AirPods, with Apple Watch, with MacBook Pro, MacBook Air. So that you obviously have to ensure that all the products and services that you are offering under the aegis of your brand, they're very well connected and they're very well being offered. Now, what do you think what all can be marketed? Now that we have discussed enough about marketing, what do you think what all can be marketed to people? Can you name something? What do you think is exactly marketed? It can be a good, a service, place. What do you think? Can I have some answers in the chat box? What all things can you market to your target consumer? Service, solution to their daily problems. Amazing, Hashin. That's a very good point. Service, skills, ideas, right? Anything you can get money for. That's great. That's actually a very startup like mind, wherein you just know that, yeah, you have to fetch money out of people. But let me tell you, Divyan, it's not easy to fetch money out of people in today's time. People are so focused and people have so much of brain in today's time that even if I buy a toothbrush, I would definitely see, is that adding any value to me? Everything that suffices needs of both consumer and seller. Great, great points out, guys. Right. So when we say what all can be marketed, let me see. Right. So these all things can be marketed. First being goods and services, which is very generic to understand. For example, shampoo, soap, bank, hotel, telephone, any other electronic device, cars, or whatsoever. Name anything, any tangible asset that you can possess falls in the bracket of goods and services. Events and experiences, any concert, theme parks. Like, I think majority of us follow a lot of social media pages of concerts and a lot of pages of these marketing agencies, and they are marketing their events, these comedy nights, comedy shows in such an amazing manner. This is all marketing. Ideas and benefits. We have seen so many campaigns around don't drink and drive, smoking kills, and a lot many other social and health related campaigns. These are all ideas and benefits. And these are not just advertisements, these are marketing strategies being directed towards you, making you understand that if you do this or if you don't do that, that is adding utility or value to your life. Now, people. I think we all know one of the greatest example of being marketed is Narendra Modi, and as a result of which we have a chai wala being our prime minister and giving us all promises of achhe din. So Narendra Modi is literally the best example of people being marketed to you. And when you talk about organization and places, every college is marketing itself, be it Amity University, Delhi University, Punjab University. When you talk about places, it can be your cities of Gujarat, Kerala, and you see a lot of ads, television ads, social media posts around Gujarat tourism, Kerala tourism, and all of these are places that are being marketed to you. Can you guys name any person or any people you think that followed a great marketing strategy, and you think that person, you look up to that person? Like when I was preparing this presentation, the only person that came to my mind when I talk about people is Narendra Modi. So anybody else who has some idea about which kind of people do you think you can market? And do you agree that the marketing strategy of Narendra Modi literally worked wonders for him? Or did we make any wrong or right decision about it? Right. Elon Musk markets himself. Great. Virat Kohli. Right. Steve Jobs. Great, great. Right. Elon Musk, Ghazal Alag, right? Definitely. The Mama is definitely marketing herself really well. Great. You guys are really, very curious and very understanding about how the today's dynamics are going. Aman, wow. Everyone's watching Shark Tank, I believe. I see really good names, Aman Gupta and Ghazal Alag and everyone. Great, great. I believe we are on the right track of startup culture. That's great. Amazing. Right. So now, when we go to the next slide, oh, I am so, yeah, right. No worries. Yeah. Now, when you talk about, let's go to the functions of marketing. First, when you say functions of marketing, there are 4 to 5 primary functions of marketing, with the first one being market research. As I mentioned to you, before you introduce your product or service to the market, it is very important for you to understand and gather and analyze what exactly your customer wants. What is the target audience's interest, needs, preferences, and based on that only, you will target your marketing activities to them. So, when you say market research, it is more or less of understanding your audience, understanding what exactly they require out of you, your brand, and your products and services. Now, when you say market planning, it is basically about developing strategies based on the market research that you've done. Like, for example, if your target audience is on Facebook and Instagram, I would plan to advertise my ads on Facebook and Instagram and not on Twitter or LinkedIn. So, market planning is a very extensive process wherein you need to understand that you must focus your activities or your marketing activities only on those platforms where your target audience is present. It is literally a waste of time and a waste of efforts if you do not understand your market research and your target market or your target audience. So, these 2 steps are the most important ones when it comes to functions of marketing. Next, branding. Now, when you say branding, by branding, I mean brand name, the brand strategy, the brand positioning. Apple is a brand name. It has positioned itself as the elite brand. That is its branding strategy. It is very important that you create a unique brand name and a unique brand image in the minds of the consumers. As we discussed, Apple is a unique brand name and it has its own unique branding strategy and brand positioning that no one can beat till today's time. So it is very important that you follow that proper branding strategy and planning when you go about marketing your brand. Next, promotion. Now, all of this promotion, we do all this Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Google ads, all of these forms a part of your promotion. However, it is very important to understand that you do not do your promotion to people who are not interested in your product. Did you guys wonder, like, if today I search on Google, like, boots under the price of 3,000, and I click on one Nike ad and one, I go to the Adidas website. Tomorrow morning, first thing when I open my Facebook and Instagram, the same set of shoes that I saw yesterday or today would be shown to me on Instagram and Facebook again. How do you think that is happening? How is the company getting to know that I landed up on those 2 shoes from Adidas and Nike and I started seeing those ads again? It is definitely a promotion. But what do you think goes behind this? How is the brand getting to know that I am interested in that particular product? Let's have answers from you. Monitoring cookies, great. What else? Algorithms, perfect, yes. What else, guys? Data transfer, right? Search histories, right? All of this that you guys have mentioned forms a part of marketing automation. Companies in today's time are so smart that they actually automate everything that is being marketed to you, right from your preferences, right from your search histories, and everything. The moment you search anything on the internet, the company gets all the data from you and understands what is your search history, what do you need from that particular brand, and which is why the moment we search for anything, the next time we have it in our hands. So it is very important that promotion is done to the right kind of people. Would that make any sense if I am looking for shoes and the next day that particular brand shows me the ads of t-shirts? Makes no sense at all. which is why it is very important to do smart promotion in today's time. Well, the next one is customer support services. Now, when you say customer support services, it actually boils down to how you react, how you behave, and how you see what the customer's reaction is towards your product. It is very important for you to understand that all of this is also a part of your customer support services. Whatever feedback the customer gives via your telesales, via your social media, that is a very important part of your customer support services. And if you have these five functions sorted, then there's no looking back as a marketer, or there is no looking back as a brand. Now, let's go to the Midas touch of communication framework. Now, it is very important to understand that as a company or as a brand, there are two sides of a communication framework. One is the problem definition, the second is the solution architecture. When you talk about problem definition, you must know that you, as a company, where do you stand in that category? If Apple would not have really analyzed which industry it is operating in and where does it stand, it would not have been there where it is today. It is very important for you to understand what is the future of the industry that you are going to operate in, and what are the dynamics, what are the standard rates of operation working, and what does the consumer think about that particular industry that you're working in. Next, when you talk about competition, it is very important for you to understand that everyone is there to cut your throat out. As simple as that. Everyone is there to be better than you, and everyone is there to make sure that you fall down. So it is very important that you be wary of your competition, your competitors, and understand what they are doing, what is working for them, and what is not working for them. And based on these two analyses of the problem, you understand what your brand tasks are, what you as a brand have to do, and what you as a brand are doing and is not correct. So it is very important to first of all understand the problem rather than just running behind the solutions. And let me tell you, all the problems can be very well answered by your own self. If you do a self introspection as a marketer, as a brand, as a product or a service, you get all the solution or answers within yourself. Now, let's shift to the second part, which is the solution architecture. Now, you have to put yourself in the shoes of the consumer and understand what their needs are. If I am looking for a shoe, where am I going? If I am looking for some accessories, am I using Instagram or Facebook? If I am your target consumer, you need to understand what is my behavior of purchase, which brand interests me, and why does it interest me. It is very important for you to guys understand that your consumers will only come to you if you understand why they need that particular product. If you do mindless marketing strategies and literally do not define your target audience, it would be like throwing spaghettis on the wall and expecting it to stick. So it is very important that you understand your consumer in and out. There's a proverb wherein we say that you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink, which simply means that you can give the customer the opportunity to buy, but until and unless you do not make that horse thirsty, or you do not make that horse understand that you need to drink this water, that horse won't drink it. So consider your customer as the horse, and you have to make that horse thirsty enough to drink that water or avail that water, which is your product or service. So in today's time, a consumer will only get back to you if you make them realize that this is the need of the hour, this is why they should have it, and create a sense of FOMO, that a fear of missing out, that if they don't have this product, they're definitely going to lose out on something. And once you have all of this sorted, you have to decide upon your content, your media channel, and then further analyze if you are doing all these things right or not. Now, what do you think? Which brand other than Apple is doing all of this very well, understanding its consumers and also ensuring that all of these offerings are going very well to the consumers? Which brands do you think are doing that? Any brand that comes to your mind or which you prefer? Okay, boat. What else?
Patanjali.
Which one?
Patanjali.
Yeah, Patanjali, right? What else? OnePlus, Mama, Zomato. I am an absolute lover of Zomato. Who else is an absolute adorable, fan of Zomato? Who all thinks that Zomato's marketing strategies are spot on? Xiaomi, right? Byju's. Perfect. Can we take these questions because people are raising their hands? So maybe we can take all these questions towards the end. Towards the end, we'll take 15 to 20 minutes to answer all your questions, guys. Cred, definitely. Cred has done amazing in terms of marketing. Great. You guys are very, very well informed, I must say. Yeah. Next, let's jump to the next part, which is the 4 P's of marketing. It is a very common topic. Majority of us know what are the 4 P's of marketing. But within those 4 P's of marketing, there are a lot of factors that one must consider, and we'll wrap these up quickly. When you talk about product, you must have a brand name. A brand name that people can very easily understand and resonate with. For example, this Boat, Mama Earth, Apple, Samsung. These are very small yet very enticing names which people very easily relate and resonate with. Features. Your features have to be spot on. You literally need to present yourself as someone who aces those particular features of that product, and no one can offer better than you. You simply have to do that. Design. The design is something which actually makes or breaks the deal for you. You need to be ensured of the fact that your design is very simplistic yet very intriguing to use. Packaging. All of the cosmetic products that we use in today's time, they are doing very good with their packaging, and all of this definitely forms a part of your product and hence a part of your marketing. Warranty and value. When you say warranty, you also have to ensure that the warranty or the time period that you are offering to the consumer is something within which they can utilize the product. So you have to be very cautious of the warranty. And value, as I mentioned, until and unless your product does not offer value to the customer, they would not purchase it. Now, when you go to the price, customers' perceived value of the product. If you are offering me a phone, I also have a particular notion in my mind that what would be the price of this product. And this is what I mean customers' perceived value of the product. Before deciding your own price, it is very important for you to understand what the consumer thinks of that particular product and how much does the consumer think the cost of that product would be. You cannot really mindlessly keep any price of that particular product and expect it to sell. No, because consumers in today's time are so smart, they exactly know what is the production cost, what is the marketing cost of this product, and how much would it cost to us. So you have to be very mindful of such factors when you keep your price. Competitor pricing, as I mentioned, you cannot take your competitors lightly at all. You need to ensure that they are offering prices which are higher than yours or lesser than yours depending upon certain number of factors. So you need to keep your competitor pricing in action for every time. Revenue generation cost, this covers actually all the operational activities that you conduct as a brand while delivering the product to your consumer. So price will consider all these three activities, and based on that itself, your 4 P's of marketing forms a vital role. Now, when you talk about place, there can be several places your product can be marketed at or kept at. First being the physical store, the second being the virtual marketplace like Amazon, Flipkart, direct selling. There are a lot of salesperson coming over to our places and telling that you can try this or try that, or you go to many fairs and there are people with samples telling you to buy this particular product after trying it. So this is a part of direct selling. Telemarketing, as we all know, this by Bajaj Finance, FinServ, and everyone is literally calling us every now and every other day and telling us that you can buy this plan or you can avail this service. This is all a part of telemarketing. Catalogs or brochures, every day along with newspapers there are a lot of catalogs and brochures coming along which are all being marketed, wherein all the brands are marketing to you and telling you why their products stand out. Mail orders, all of these, these certain places, wherein your products or services are also coming via mail to you, wherein you are either receiving it as your package or a direct sample to your place. These are all considered as part of your mail orders. Now, the most important P of marketing, which is promotion. Advertising. Ads, it is basically simply running ads. It can be either on television or it can be on any of other social media channel. When you talk about public relations, it is basically about how and for what reasons your brand or your product is coming in the news. If India Today is covering your CEO statement, or if India Today is giving you a place in the newspaper, it is all a part of public relations, wherein You are directing your product and your service to the consumer. You're telling people that yes, a brand like this exists and we are here to make relations with you. When you talk about sales promotion, it is basically about giving discounts, vouchers, or coupons to people when they are there on your website or when they already know about you. When you talk about direct marketing, it is basically going to a particular store and there is a salesman telling about this is a particular product and how you can buy it and you can utilize in this way. This is about direct marketing. Personal selling, as we all know, is another very important promotional strategy, which also used to be a part of traditional marketing tactics. But now, in today's time, since digital domain is expanding so much, this is actually boiled down a little lesser. However, it still is a very, very important aspect of marketing. So which one do you think, which place do you think, where which p do you think is the most important of all the four p's of marketing? Which place actually plays a very big or a deciding factor when you market your product to the consumer? Which p? Promotion, okay. Product, all right. Price, all are essential. Perfect. Yeah, this is the answer that I was looking for, Chevy. All four P's are interconnected, and you cannot work all four of these P's independent of each other. They're all dependent on each other. If one P of yours goes missing, nothing can be done about it. If you know how you can sell any product, Divyan, I didn't really get what exactly do you mean by that. However, let me just tell you that every P, all the four P's, are very essential and very important for you. Yes. Let's jump to the next slide. Yeah. Let's talk digital marketing. Now, digital marketing is a very hot topic in today's time. Now, there are three ways which digital marketing can be done. First is organic channels. Now, these comprise of your SEO, social media, and email marketing. SEO, as we all know, the moment you search for shoes, the top three results are Nike, Adidas, or Skechers. These three are a part of SEO strategy, wherein all these brands are working on certain keywords and making sure that whenever you search for a particular keyword, their brand appears on top. Any which ways, when you go on Google, no one really jumps to the second page when it comes to results. The first three link clicks are what we count. And this is what SEO is all about. Social media. I think that is not something that I should even discuss about. We are all on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, LinkedIn, and anything and everything that you do on social media will form a part of your organic channels. Email marketing. Majority of the brands that you purchase the product from have your emails, and then they try to develop a relationship with you. They try to send email marketing campaigns to you every now and then, be it in terms of sending discount coupons, be it in, it has been a long time since we have heard back from you. All of this forms a part of your email marketing and hence forms a part of your organic channels. Next, paid channels. This is basically search engine marketing. Now, when you type shoes on Google, there are 2 to 3 ads which appears right above the certain links of the website. This is search engine marketing. Search engine marketing is basically displaying ads on Google. It is almost very similar to displaying ads on Facebook and Instagram. However, it is definitely a costly affair and definitely quite tricky. But search engine marketing in today's time has gained really a great prevalence. Now, display ads. Have you ever seen that you go to a random website altogether to read a blog, and on the right and left hand side, there are a lot of graphics talking about a particular product? Like, because certainly I have seen a lot of ads about a mobile phone, a graphic containing shadi.com's ad, or something of that sort. Those all are display ads, and all of these ads are being paid for. Hence, they form a part of your paid channels. Third, being social media ads, which is very easy to understand that every brand is running certain or other kind of campaigns on social media, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and directing the brand and the product towards you. So anything for which you pay money to reach out to your consumer forms a part of your paid channel. And anything that comes naturally and organically from the consumer to you is a part of the organic channels. The third one is advanced methods. The first one being remarketing. As I mentioned, the moment I buy a product from Apple, the next day I might get like the moment if I take an iPhone today, the next day Apple would be marketing some other product to me. That is a part of remarketing strategy, wherein because they know that I've bought a phone from them, I might even need their AirPods. I might even need their MacBook Air or MacBook Pro. This is a vicious circle of marketing that goes on within every brand or company, and hence it is called remarketing. When you say growth hacking, various brands and companies are using various tools and automation strategies to actually grow their consumer base, and they do so by hacking your cookies, by hacking your not really hacking, but keeping a track of your email IDs and your activities on the internet. And once they do that, they have a proper digital database of yours, and based on that, they actually use incorporate various marketing strategies to grow their brand. This is all a part of growth hacking. Content marketing. You see a lot of videos of a brand on YouTube. You see a lot of influencers posting about a brand on their pages. This is all a part of content marketing, wherein I am repurposing one format of content into various ways. For example, Mama Earth today in, takes Katrina Kaif into their campaign and asks her to post about how to use their Upton. That is a part of content marketing, wherein Katrina Kaif is acting as an influencer for their brand and sharing content, repurposing their content. And on the other hand, they've also written a blog on their website to talk about how to use that Upton. And on YouTube, they have put a proper testimonial as to when a consumer used their Upton, how did that person use it. So just one topic, but that is being remarketed to people in three different forms of content. This is what you call content marketing. Now, out of all of these, which channels do you think, organic, paid, or advanced methods, which channel do you think is mostly used by the brands to reach out to their consumers? Come on, guys, let's have some answers from you. Paid and advance, all right. All of them, right? All of them. Advance. Guys, let me tell you one thing. There is no comparison to the organic methods if you follow. Anyways, any company or any brand can spend as much as they want on paid channels or advanced methods. But if you get your organic methods right, there is no looking back. So it is very important for you to understand that if you have all your organic marketing strategies right, your brand is going to flourish and there would be no looking back for you in terms of products or in terms of marketing. So it is very important that you focus a little more on your organic than your paid and advanced methods. Now, let's talk about digital marketing framework. First, digital content. Any content through which you can reach to your online consumers is a digital content. It can be shared through various digital channels. For example, blog post, as I gave you an example of Mamaearth, website promotions, paid promotions, digital ads. All of these things, whatever content piece talks about your brand or product to the consumer, forms a part of digital content. It can be anything. It can be a video, a short snippet about your brand or product, about your blog post. Website is your digital content. Any ad that you are running on social media is also a part of your digital content. Next, digital devices. Any device through which you target your customer and that customer is able to view your product or digital content is a digital device. For example, it can be mobile, tablet, computer, in fact, OTT platforms. All of these, that's a platform. However, all of these three major devices help you understand, view, or see the digital content that the brands or the products are being talked about. Next, digital platform. Any platform that helps you reach out to your potential customers with the help of digital content. All your social media platforms, even your website, Facebook, Google search, Instagram, LinkedIn, Snapchat, Twitter, all of these are platforms that are helping you post your digital content about your product or services and hence connect with your consumers. So it is very important that you have these three Ds correct. Next, digital analytics. Guys, let me tell you, all of these three things, digital content, devices, and platform, goes in vain if you do not have your digital analytics right. It is actually this digital analytics that helps you redefine your target market, your marketing activities. For example, if I'm running an ad today and if I get 60 likes out of it, wherein I was expecting 100 likes out of it, this analytics of 60 likes actually helps me understand where I'm going wrong and what I'm doing right or wrong. It is very important that you pay very much attention to this digital analytics part, because this is what will help you understand where you're going right and where you're going wrong in terms of marketing your product and services. So anything, any number or any insight that you're getting from all this digital content, devices and platform forms a part of your analytics. That can be your website visits, likes and comments on your posts, the demographics, and everything around it forms a part of your digital analytics. And we as marketers really do not like to actually get deep into this analytics, as it's actually a maze of numbers. But if you get your numbers right, everything will be sorted at your end. So do pay attention to digital analytics for sure. And for this, Google Analytics is the best form to look at. Okay, now this is something interesting for you guys to see. What do you think this is? We are towards the end, and I really want to hear responses. What do you think this is? You all already know these brands. One is McDonald's, one is Kit Kat, the other one is Apple. What do you think this is? Anybody? Wow, amazing. Guerrilla marketing, right? Promotion, right? Definitely. Okay, Madhav or Divyan, if you guys already know it, if either of you can open your mic and tell what exactly is guerrilla marketing according to you.
Guerrilla marketing, according to me, is use of the surroundings basically
Right?
to market or to like make people see your product in an innovative way. Like for example, one of the best examples that I had seen was what I believe Mountain Dew was a carbonated drink. At
Right?
this the shower, there are small shower lanes. So in that, what they had done was they had designed the shower lane in terms of a bottle, the
Okay.
Mountain Dew bottle. So it felt like they were bathing under a bottle of Mountain Dew.
Right.
So
Definitely.
innovative ways to like make people see your product in a
Right.
very different manner, so that basically the main objective is not for them to see how good of a product you have, but somewhere to stick it in their mind, that yeah, that you won't forget when next time you'll be at a Walmart or anywhere else. you'll
Right.
you'll have that in mind, that I saw Mountain Dew, and then you'll buy that product.
Perfect. Perfect. Divyan, are you already a marketer?
I am doing an internship in that field actually.
Oh, perfect, perfect. I think you are definitely a great fit. If you already know the basics of guerrilla marketing, I think you are doing amazing at it already. Right, Madhav? Basically, unconventional ways of marketing. I think you.
Ma'am, you are at mute.
Sorry, yeah. So, Divin, I must say that this was really amazing, and it was really great for you, for me to see that you are doing amazing at this. And this is one of my favorite format of marketing, which is guerrilla marketing. Now, let us talk about it, what exactly it is. It is an advertisement strategy in which a company uses surprise or unconventional interactions in order to promote a product or services. As we saw for McDonald's, they actually made their French fries look like a form of a crossing on the road. Like the zebra crossing was colored in the form of French fries. A random seat in the park was actually designed in the form of a Kit Kat. The moment I sit on that bench, I would remember this brand that, I was sitting on a Kit Kat bench. So this is how brands are trying to inculcate innovation and resonation in very simple elements of the streets or of the, various elements that are present around us. Some brand paints a wall and talks something about very interesting. That is also a form of guerrilla marketing, which comes as a surprise to us or to the target consumer. Now, it is a way of advertising that increases consumers' engagement with the product or service and is designed to create a memorable experience. I would if I get to sit on that Kit Kat bench, I would definitely remember it for a lifetime. So it's not really making your product Or and like for example, if you see that mascot of McDonald's, it is just a person sitting. It is not basically guerrilla marketing. But when you see those french fries drawn on the common element of road or the zebra crossing, it comes off as a surprise to you. This is where guerrilla marketing is different from other marketing strategies. It tries to engage with customers using their common elements of life and hence create a memorable experience. Now, one of the goals of this interaction is to cause an emotional reaction or a reaction of surprise and actually make people remember this product or brands in a very different way. Because, any which ways, had I known KitKat as a chocolate brand or something which is literally running ads on social media, I wouldn't really be enticed to buy its chocolate. But the moment I saw its KitKat bench, I would definitely be interested. I should buy that product. And even if you do not buy that particular product, you remember that brand within yourself. And I think this is what most of the brands are trying to achieve, that sense of resonance, the sense of remembrance. Now, various companies have used this technique and still continue to do so. Although within India, it's still a growing industry or still a growing process of marketing. But when you go abroad, on every nook and corner of the street, you will find some or the other brand being marketed like this, and which is why it is known as guerrilla marketing. Various brands like Coca-Cola, Burger King, Red Bull have done this, and it is going amazing. And it definitely evokes a sense of surprise, a sense of interaction between you and the brand. And that is the end of my session. Now let's have some Q&As from you guys, and let's try to understand what you guys want to understand from me. Can cred ads be included in guerrilla marketing? No, when I talk about cred ads, and these are basically advertisements being run on television. Obviously, they made good use of all these sports personalities, all of this, but these are advertisements. Obviously, it came as a sense of surprise. But when I talk about guerrilla marketing, it is basically about using a general element in your surrounding and refurbishing it in some way which makes us evokes a sense of surprise to me. It can be a mural on the wall, it can be a bench, it can be a chair, it can be a staircase. So something which is done on these non-living objects, that forms a part of your guerrilla marketing. Yes, guys. What else? Let's have some questions to discuss. There were many questions popping up in between while I was explaining. Or do we have all marketers here and they do not have much doubts about what all I explained? How can one get more traffic on our sites? Okay, when you say website traffic, as I mentioned, first of all, is the best way to go the organic way, which is SEO. All right. When I say SEO, it is an evolving and a long term process as a brand. Even if a brand is 10 to 15 years old, or a 50 years old, or a very brand new startup, everyone continues to work on their SEO. And I think the best way to get traffic onto your website is SEO. You focus on the keywords, you write blog posts around it, and you definitely rank on Google rankings. And obviously, as I mentioned, right, the first three keywords, the first three links are the only ones wherein you click. So it is very important for you to understand that once you work on that SEO traffic, it would definitely be good. The second way to increase traffic on your website is through paid promotions, but which is something which I do not personally prefer. There is no point of paying money to get people onto your website. Then how effective is guerrilla marketing? See, there is no sense of ROI in any format of marketing, when even if it is guerrilla marketing, email marketing, or content marketing. Marketing is basically trying and testing your boundaries and understanding what can go right and what can go wrong. Obviously, it is definitely a very interesting format of marketing, but when you talk about its effectiveness, it is something that can only be measured once you have your analytics set, once you have your goal set, that okay, I wanted these many people to visit my store after watching that particular mural or that particular bench or chair. And which is why, so like when you say guerrilla marketing, it's not really if okay, Divyan Agarwal has raised a hand. I'll definitely talk to you again, Divyan. So it is definitely something, when you talk about it, guerrilla marketing, as I can say, is effective, but its effectiveness cannot really be measured in numbers majority of the times. Okay, then what else? Ma'am, which is the best form of marketing technique which startups should focus on? First of all, creating your brand assets is major important technique that a brand should focus on. Once you have your brand assets in terms of all the products, its features, your brochures, the marketing technique that you should follow is first brand awareness. And you can get that brand awareness obviously through reaching digital channels. So one of the important technique is to have your goals set right, your brand assets set right, and once you have all of that, you communicate the right form of content at the right time to the consumers. Marketing is all about consuming, actually delivering the right form of content to the right people at the right time. So any technique can work for you when it's a startup. So it obviously varies on the industry and the category and the brand that you have. Now, Dhruv is asking, how do you go about designing a funnel for a particular business promotion? Right. When you talk about particular business promotion, first of all comes the awareness stage, wherein you have to make sure that people know about your brand. Okay. And within that, you can run various awareness ads about your product or your brand, wherein you just tell people that, a brand like this exists. Then you come to the consideration stage, wherein you tell people that, if within Apple or within Samsung, you must choose Apple. So when you talk about marketing funnel, the first comes the awareness stage, the second comes the consideration stage, and the third comes the purchase stage. So it is very important that you focus and go step by step in that marketing funnel or for a particular business promotion. The tactics or the techniques that you use may vary, but it is very important that you follow these three steps. And if you follow these three steps, you will also be able to chalk out the right kind of strategies for a particular business promotion. Now, what do you think are the essential skills for a career in marketing? First of all, confidence, guys. If you're not confident about your own self or about marketing a particular product, you would not do anything good. It is very important that you have that confidence and that skills to actually convince other people that yes, you know about that particular product, you know that particular product can offer that kind of value to them. So, as a marketer, you must have that sense of clarity, that confidence, and also the confidence to communicate. And when I say the confidence can to communicate, it can be either in the form of a written content, verbal content, or a design content. So all of these things together makes you a good marketer. And most important, I think, essential skill is to understand your consumer. Once you know what your consumers need, you definitely ace as a marketer. And for that, you must focus more on the market research part. You need to understand, even though you're a marketer, you need to understand from the consumer's perspective, if you will you purchase that particular brand or will you purchase that product. If you get 4 to 5 things right, you definitely can ace, as your marketing career. Now, ma'am, when we think of marketing, the first thing is sales. So, how does this stereotype of marketing to mere basic of sales has hampered the growth of marketing as a field and a career option? See, obviously, I think marketing and sales are two different fields altogether, although they're very closely interconnected. However, these two vary in a lot of senses. And when you talk about marketing, it is not always about sales. When you talk about sales, it is never and ever about marketing. When you talk about marketing, as I mentioned, it is about understanding your consumer and then communicating to them through various means. And when you talk about sales, it is simply just talking about your product and later telling them about the utility. These two career paths are definitely confused even until today's time. However, it is very important to understand that marketing as has a broader perspective, and sales forms a very small part of it. And even if it's a small part, it is the most important part of it, because all of the marketing activities that you're doing is basically for the ultimate purpose of sales. So none of the field is hampering each other's growth. However, there's a very fine line that has to be drawn. And if you want to go into the marketing field, you need to understand that you need to be confident of your skills. And if you want to go into that sales field, you need to understand that you must be great in communication. You must have that sense of clarity about that particular product that you are selling to that particular consumer. So there's a very fine line that is being drawn into both of these fields. However, it is very important to understand that both of them have a very vital role to play in the whole career field. Now, if brands have so much money, why don't they buy infinite number of billboards and market infinitely for free? But they still prefer to pay a local to put his ad per word. Okay, if I say, for example, if I go on supposingly Chandigarh Ambala Expressway, right? And if a particular brand is just putting billboards all across the road, and I am busy listening to my music in the car, what sense does that billboard make? Until and unless it is a very provocative or a very interactive billboard. And see, obviously, even if you have all the money in the world, putting it on billboards does not make any sense. If your target consumer is not well aware of your brand, if your target consumer is not interested in your brand, there is no point in even spending that money on infinite number of billboards. That is why I very clearly mentioned that you first of all need to understand what kind of needs or values are you offering to the consumer, which is why it is very important that rather than mindlessly spending your money anywhere or everywhere around the industry or around roads or television, you put a very deep understanding of your market research and then only go about spending your money, right? So ida is the basic one. Yes, ida is definitely the basic model. However, it is one of the most important model that you have in today's time. It is very, kind of a traditional model, but when you talk about it, it forms a very important part of it. See, ida basically stands for awareness, interest, desire, and action. So ida is one of the oldest forms of customer funnel or marketing funnel, but even till today it plays a very important role in all the marketing channels. Now, ma'am, what is the best channel for generating quality leads? Well, any channel can work for you. There is no tried and tested channel for generating quality leads. Within my company, I'm running paid ads on social media. I'm running search engine marketing campaigns, and I'm also posting, organic posts on social media. However, I can say the best quality leads are coming through my organic social media posts. So there is no defined particular channel for generating quality leads. It varies from industry to industry and from brand to brand. Any channel can work for you, any method can work for you. You just need to see and analyze your analytics that which channel is generating the best quality leads, and then focus all your attention and money towards it. Then, ma'am, do you think newspaper marketing will exist after 1 or 2 decades because the new generation doesn't love to read? They love to listen. Do you think newspaper marketing will fade away eventually? Yes, obviously, आपको आपकी शादी.com भी आ गया है, but any which ways when you talk about our mothers, they're not really fond of शादी.com. हम तो बच्चों के लिए रिश्ते newspaper में ही ढूंढेंगे, right? So when you talk about that older generation of us, they still depend on those newspaper marketing. Nothing gets old. And when you say marketing, every design, even if you talk about fashion industry, हर design 10 साल बाद वापस आता है. If you talk about any trend, every trend is coming back after 10 years. Newspaper definitely forms a very important part of our parents generations, or of our grandparents generation. They're not really well accustomed to all of these social media or digital channels, and even if they are, there's a very certain limitation to them. So newspaper marketing will never fade away. All of these obituary notes, all of these classified ads, and a lot of people still rely on newspaper marketing. Any which ways, even rural areas in today's time have all these digital devices, but newspaper is still one of the basic need of the basic need of every household in today's time. So I don't think that newspaper marketing would ever fade away. Definitely it has captured a lot of marketing and a lot of chunk of audience. However, newspaper marketing is still there to prevail. So any other questions, Raghav? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this appreciation. Any other questions that you want me to answer, guys?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, actually, I'd love to get a take from you on something.
Yeah,
Uh,
right.
like I said, I like guerrilla marketing. I feel
Hmm.
like with the metaverse, especially coming, and I like guerrilla marketing is quite solely based on non-living environment,
Right.
you can say. But I feel that as the time will go by, we'll be leaving our houses less and less. So, do you think that there could be ways of implementing guerrilla marketing in this digital manner? Because, like, one example that comes in my mind
Hmm.
is we see that like, for example, for Women's Day
Hmm.
or any such days, we see the Google logo changes.
Hmm. Right.
So I feel could like, do you think that could in some point at future be a type of guerrilla marketing? Because we are changing the, like, basically guerrilla marketing is like innovating in the
Right.
you can say things that we see in one way.
Right.
We innovated in that in some other way. So do you think that this could be a way of guerrilla marketing, like you'll change the logo of your like apps or whatever?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, Divin, as you mentioned that we would be stepping out of our homes less. वैसे भी from the last 2 years, we are going very less out from our homes. Do you really want to stay inside more? First of all, tell me that first. I think we all are very eager to have that freedom of our lives back, wherein we can step out any time of the day we want. I don't think there would be any one of us who would like to sit back and at home and not see anything around. Because at least I am that one person who's ready to run out of the house anytime anyone asks me to, because from past 2 years we are literally done sitting at homes, right? So when you say this, I can say traditional guerrilla marketing is about putting all of these elements on the streets and everything around it, and this digital guerrilla marketing, as you mentioned, is Google, right? All of these things will definitely go simultaneously hand in hand. No one will stop going out of their houses, no one will stop walking on the streets, no one will stop watching anything around them. So there is still scope for both traditional kind of guerrilla marketing, where you add an element of surprise onto your roads, onto your general basic tangible elements on the road or any around it. And obviously guerrilla marketing can be digital as well, as you mentioned, changing logos of your apps, or kind of refurbishing the logos of Google. So any which ways, I believe both of these forms of guerrilla marketing will go hand in hand. And when you say that, it is, obviously guerrilla marketing is just evoking a sense of surprise and evoking a sense of emotion in people. It can be done in any ways. And obviously we are all going digital, we are all digital geeks and everyone around it. So I believe there is no harm in doing, changing all these logos and these symbols and just creating a sense of emotion around it. So both of these will simultaneously form a part of guerrilla marketing. But please don't think that you don't want to step out of the house. Whenever you get a chance to do so, please step out of the house, because you never know when there's another COVID variant coming across your way, and then you're literally locked into your house again. Thank you so much, Mad. I hope your question is answered, Divin.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank
Yeah,
you, ma'am.
great. Thank you.
It was a great
So
session.
thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. And you
And I'm
can, right, you just give me one more minute. You can also find me on LinkedIn, guys. Here is my link. Just give me a second. Am I not allowed to post here, or I don't know? I'm trying to put it
Yeah,
here.
it's there in the chat box.
Okay, it's there. Okay, I can't see it actually. No worries. So yeah, you can reach out to me for any possible queries that you have even after the session, or for any career advice that you need, and I would be happy to help. All right, and it definitely wishing you great luck to the future. Over to you, Samant. Yeah.
so thank you, ma'am. I'm confident that your answers cleared all our doubts and gave us a better understanding of marketing. Now, since most of the questions have been covered, we would like to call our General Secretary, Riyansh Jain, to extend the vote of thanks.
Hello everyone, good evening. It is a great honor for me to present the vote of thanks to all those who have helped in make this session a resounding success. First of all, I would like to thank our speaker, Ms. Niti ma'am, to make this session such a wonderful and interesting one. Thanks a lot, ma'am. It has been a true privilege to hear about your views and gain such knowledge over very industry relevant skills. I would also like to thank our staff advisor, Dr. Samir Lama sir, for his constant guidance and moral support. A hearty thank you to our hosts for the evening, Parnika and Samarth. This session could not have been possible without the dedication and efforts of our team in New York. Finally, I would like to thank our wonderful audience who have turned up in such great numbers. Thank you so much for your cooperation. I hope that all of you have taken lots of learning from this session. We have more such events planned over the course of next 2 days, so we hope that your support increases exponentially. Once again, I thank you all for your cordial support. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and I hope to see some great marketers popping out of this KMC and your cell. And I hope I get to attend some more sessions from you guys in the next time. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
With this, as we have come to an end of the session, we would again want to express our deepest gratitude to our speaker, Ms. Niti Goyal, for accepting our invitation at a short notice. Our convener, Dr. Samir Lama, and last but not the least, the audience. We hope that you